All right, let's see if this does it again. We'll see.
I'll help you out here.
Kiddo's helping me out.
I know a lot about electronics, most of them.
Hoodie night. Hello, I'm back. Please come visit me. Hey, Janet.
Oh, you doing okay?
I think I'm doing okay. I had Kiddo. Oh, he's over by the router anyway, because it's in that part. He rebooted the router yet again today, because I had to do that earlier. I got this little piece of hair that just wants to flip up. How's it going? Well, I'll wait till a couple more people come in to the chat, and I will give you an update of what's going on down here in my lovely little city. And with me, I got my water with me in my Starbucks cup. Hey, this prairie girl, how are ya? I know I'm copping out and doing an at-home stream because it was kind of ugh today, and it's kind of ugh in Halifax and the whole province. So it's like I got all the girls here so far. Yes, I'm back. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Is that better? Is that better? Okay, Mark has me on in the TV in the background, and he just has to turn it down because I don't want to listen to my own voice. I sound like a 12-year-old prepubescent boy.
No, she's saying you're good.
You remind me of Jan Arden. But it was fine. You know what? I kept having issues during his stream because it kept buffering on me, and it was really irking. And I was thinking, oh God, he's in High Park, so it's like, right? And it wasn't. It was me and my stupid internet. So yes, I'm back. So exactly. I think that's exactly what it is. Calix. Hi, fans. Again. Hey, Mitch. Hey, Big S. Big S too. I know it's the same person. And I know your name, Big S. You know what I did? I took the Wi-Fi off my phone. And I'm going on data. So, oh well, at least I just paid the data bill the other day. Hey, Mike Landry. And I'm drinking water tonight because I don't have any hooch. Don't have a hooch. Hey, Jake Gomez. You haven't been here for a long time. Nice to see you back. Fans Buses Gaming 2. What's this? Everybody's getting sequels? Should I have a Bevy YHZ sequel? This is last year's Pride tumbler from Starbucks Techniques Tea. I think we all need hooch. Okay. So, this is what happened today. We are in what we call a circuit breaker here in Nova Scotia. So for the next 2 weeks, we are in a lockdown. So we cannot, let's see, shopping at any stores. Salutations, Media Monitor. So shopping in stores are just for essentials. So you can go in for groceries, medical equipment, prescriptions, drugs, things like that. Pet food, pet supplies, if you need that. Cell phones or computer repair stores are allowed to open because that's a form of communication. And anything that you need for a baby, like diapers, food, things like that. Non-essential goods, say, hey, I'm going to go to Wally World and go get some underwear and socks. Hey, Kelly Bowman. And what happened is, I think we're probably the only province when they said, hey, we may have asymptomatic testing. We want you to guys go out and do the rapid pop-up tests. I don't know if any other province is doing rapid pop-up tests. This time last year, with the COVID, the labs could only do maybe about 200 tests a day. They're doing 15,000 now. And each day they're getting about 2,000 to 3,000 people here going to the pop-up, like throughout the city. Because right now it started off as the city. Last week on Friday, it started off as just being the city was going to be on lockdown, but now it's the whole province. But we have, you can go in, you can line up. It takes about half an hour standing in the line up by the convention center. You know, when I do my live streams and I'm downtown, you see Rogers Square and Five Guys. And well, right next to Five Guys is one of the main entrances for the convention center. And that's where you go to get your rapid testing, which is the Q-tip up your nose, 5 seconds, yank it out. Maybe boogers come out, I don't know. So I'm still allowed to film. I'm just, today the weather was not the greatest. So I know I'm copping out and doing a home thing. But I will go out because I have to go out tomorrow and do my Patreon members video because it's the end of the month and I haven't done it yet. And I planned on doing it on, hi Michelle Briggs. I planned on doing it on Saturday, but the video, like I did 2 videos on the Pocket and the battery died really quick. So yes, I'm here, Slot Ranger. And the battery died and I had Mark's power bank, but that wasn't fully charged or something. It's just, so I ordered some new external power banks for when I'm out. So I'm going out tomorrow, going to a park, and I'm going to do that and film my Patreon members video. Yes, that's Mark right over there. He's on his iPad. Not sure what he's doing.
Oh, I just play with the stopwatch. It makes me happy.
Okay, he's playing with a stopwatch on there. And hey, Yahya, I did see you there. So yeah, basically the whole province is shut down. And because we have so many people in our province, because when we get we don't like having cases, even in double digits, when they tell us, go out and get tested, if you're asymptomatic, go do it, we do it. Like, we step up to the plate. This is why we're strict down here when it comes to COVID. So hopefully after this 2 weeks, our numbers go down. Today we had the highest for Nova Scotia since COVID started. We had 96 new cases. And our active cases now are how much, Mark? Are they?
Well, we got 96 today.
Yeah, we had 96. Oh, kiddo did great. He got his vaccination yesterday. So he, because he's special needs and he's with a group and they went and got their first Pfizer vaccine. No complications, nothing. He didn't even swell up. His arm's not even sore. He's just whatever. So working okay now. Good.
419 active cases.
Okay, 419 active cases in Nova Scotia. This time last week, we didn't have that many. No. So this is where, you know, we're a little bit perturbed down here because what happened was a family decided they were going to have a big old family barbecue, which is fine. This is great. But they invited family from Ontario. Ontario people came down, did not self-quarantine for 14 days because they were only here for a weekend. So they came, went to this family gathering, and left. So there was no quarantining at all for the 14 days. None whatsoever. And left, and then all of a sudden all these people started getting, you could see the exposure sites all around, like the Lower Sackville, Fall River area and everything else. And so that's how we got a spike in our province, because people came from Ontario and did not quarantine. And they had a big old barbecue, and it got into the schools because there was kids involved, and it just community spread, and it's all over the place. Yeah, just takes one, Janet. I agree. And it's funny because, yeah, totally no respect. They're skirting around the issue. This is what's irritating to a lot of the public, because anytime that the Premier and Dr. Strang, who is our whatchamacallit. Just a minute, yeah, I'll tell you. It's on my channel. But what happens is like every time that they have like their COVID briefings every afternoon, reporters will always ask, what are you going to do about those people? What are you going to do about them? And they're, oh, it's being investigated, blah, blah, blah. But yet they had no problems going after 20 students from Dalhousie the other night, Friday night, the first night of the lockdown, because at that time social gatherings were 10 people. And it was, what, 10 people I think you were allowed to have, or 5? And there was 20 people at this party, so they all got dinged $1,000 because that's what our fines are. Well, what they were. And they all went on social media, a bunch of drunken 19, 20-year-olds holding up their tickets saying the party was well worth it and yada yada. So Dalhousie University is considering suspending these kids. I totally go with that. Hey Ramses in India. I'm going through, I'm seeing names, I'm just rambling on here. And so that's going on. But yet when everybody asks about the people that had the barbecue, the government is just like, well, there's nothing we can do. And I'm just like, really? So my conspiracy theory is that it's somebody high up or somebody that has money. Thank you, Yahya. I'll let him know. So now, on Sunday, they had a big press conference between the Premier and Dr. Strang. He's our Chief Medical Officer. They don't do weekends very often. Hello from Venezuela, from Luis and Ramses. Ramses or Ramses? I always say Ramses. I don't know why, but I do. So, because of that, they took the fine is now $2,000. So, if you're in a gathering and you're above the limit that they tell you, it's $2,000. I don't have $2,000. Hi, Jeanette. I definitely don't have $2,000. So I'm gonna like follow. Hi, Morgan, my love. So I am following the rules. My nose is like wicked itchy, sorry. Somebody is thinking about me and it better be damn good thoughts. So that's my Bevy's rant. And oh, another rant. Friday was the first day of restrictions, and Kiddo and I, we did go out. So we went, we had to go out, and we were on one of the buses, and then come find out that last night they put up and they said that the bus that we were on, around the time that we were on it, had a potential exposure. Oh, I'm not a drunken Bevy. Bevy doesn't drink. So I have to get tested on Thursday. So I had to book an appointment. I can't do the, hey, walking lady. I had to make an appointment. I had to call 811. I couldn't get through last night, but I got through today. So I have to get tested, and so does Mark. So we have appointments made. I had to ask about him because even though he just got his Pfizer vaccine yesterday, he doesn't have enough antibodies in his, no, it wasn't the bus video. It was a different, I was on the number 10. I was on the 10 Dalhousie. And, yeah, so I just had to pretty much call them and said, hey, I was on this bus at this time. And the wrap-up pop-up sites don't let you go in. If you've been to an exposure site, you have to call and do all that. So Thursday afternoon, I'm getting a Q-tip shoved up my nose. That's going to make me tear up because when I got my nose pierced, I have a little piercing there. That made me cry because, yeah. So I may, like, we have no symptoms. There's nothing, like, I feel great. No sore, I don't have a sore throat. I don't have a runny nose or coughing, fever, chills, or headaches or anything like that. Just, you know, annoyed. That's my symptom. I'm annoyed. I do have the COVID alert, and I didn't, usually it would have bumped up and saying all that. Oh, I'm not getting a vaccine, fans. That's what he had, was the vaccine, and he had some side effects. Max is right here beside me, right down here. So he has his little paw on my leg under the table. See, it wasn't comfortable. Ugh. I'm hearing that. But like even the lady on the phone said like it takes like 5 seconds. They're like they put it in and they take it right back out, and I'm just like, okay. Who's Max? Max is my cat. Johnny had fatigue like we deal with PMS. Oh my God. That was rough. That was rough. He was in rough shape, and I'm just like, we do that every month. We have those same symptoms every month. Oh gosh. So I'm just, oh, and I don't know if anybody was aware, I had a blonde moment on Saturday night. Did you hear about my blonde moment? I was tired. I was late. What was I watching? Oh, I was sitting there watching Bill and Ted Face the Music. I didn't mind it. I just, I'll watch it. It had a couple good parts to it, but I'm sitting there watching it, and I had my tablet out, and I'm just like going through, and somehow I hit the button that said to demonetize my account, and I'm like, what do I do? So I had to get onto YouTube support, and I was like, what do I do? I hit this by mistake. I just got monetized like 3 days ago. What do I? And I had to reapply. So, yeah. But it's all fixed now. Little known fact. I heard that they could because of the estrogen and progesterone. Mike Landry, $5. It didn't take long for YouTube to fix it. No, it only took them like because Sunday, Monday, 2 days, really, because that was my blonde moment. That was my blonde moment. So yeah, thanks, Mike. So that was me, tired, and I'm just like, I know. Yeah, and it's just like, holy frakes. I'm like on like YouTube support texting them because they have like the little pop-up thingy. Slot Ranger. No, Slot Ranger, you will always be my first because you gave me my first super the other night. Oh, I did see your comment that you deleted from YouTube today, Slot Ranger, and I know I used my indoor voice. Sorry about that. Yeah, we're all human. I'm human and I'm blonde. Even though there's gray in here, my sparkly hairs, there's it's still blonde. Yeah, that was my brain fart moment. See? It's what happens when you watch Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted. I'm gonna blame those two. Those two. Didn't care for the daughters too much because they were trying to be too much. Everybody wants to be bevies first. Canada Walks. Hello from Ottawa. Hello from Halifax. Are you getting military in Ottawa too? Because we're getting 60 medics coming in. I thought they were supposed to be coming from Newfoundland because that's what I heard Trudeau saying. But the Premier was saying that they were coming to from Greenwood, which is about an hour and a half away from here. Oh, thank you, Angus. I like it when the boys tell me I'm looking good. Oh, it was Keanu Reeves. Look, dude, I've had a crush on him since I saw, what was it? Rivers Deep, whatever. It was like 1988. It was a high school movie. It was about a guy that committed suicide and the friends and stuff like that. It was before Parenthood, and it was before Bill and Ted, and it was before anything that made him overly famous, and he still had that cute little baby face. Hey again, walking lady. Hey, O'Brien, my lovely. I used to have, okay, I remember we were down in the States one year. I think I was going into grade 12, and Bogus Journey was coming out, and I remember going into a Sam Goody in the Fox Run Mall, I think it was, in Newington, New Hampshire. Well, let's go this way. Yeah, there's Kiddo. And I bought at Sam Goody a big old poster of Keanu Reeves as Ted. So, yeah. So there's Kiddo right there. You can wave, Mark. You're on camera. So yeah. Spending, you know what? Gimbals aren't that much. You know, the one I have. Hi, Emo's music channel and Leonardo Ascioli. Is that how you pronounce it? Or Accioli? It sounds very Italian. But yeah, gimbals aren't too bad. I have the Osmo 3, so I didn't get a Moza Mini. I don't know if I want to now, but I don't use my gimbal as much as the other boys do when they live stream, because they live stream a lot more than me. I'm hoping Mark will post more comment. Mark wants a haircut. Yes, he does. Mark needs a haircut. He's got like this little white boy fro happening, O'Brien. He's got little white boy fro. Public gardens have been open for a couple of weeks now. They just close it at 7 o'clock at night. Hi, Maroof. It is Italian, but you are Brazilian. Haha. See, Mark has like a live-in hairdresser, so I can cut his hair anytime I get sick of looking at it. Do you have a preference for an external mic? If I'm going to be live streaming, I will use the Shure MXL or MVL LAV Mic. So I have that. And now that I have the Pocket 2 Creator combo, it comes with a wireless mic. And I thought I had the little, like, I think, what do you call it? A dead cat, dead mouse, whatever, the little poof that looks like powder puff. I thought it was in my backpack, but it wasn't. It was home. So that's why the Theodore Tugboat Bedford Waterfront Rock is like, yeah. So that's why it was in there, and I was like, okay. And I had it like clipped onto my shirt underneath. Yeah, my little wind muff. So that will always be stuck on top of that mic all times. I don't care if there's no wind at all, because somehow it will pick it up. And I had a lot of people out in Bedford looking at me really weird. So that was another reason. Hey, Devin. That was another reason why I used my indoor voice slot ranger. A bunch of people were like, what's she doing? And I'm just like walking around with my camera. So yeah. But everything is all good now. The channel's good. Yeah, Bedford is like the suburbs, and it's like where we were, right on the, like there was townhouses and condos and stuff like that on the water, and it's just like very shishi poo poo. Like if I won the lotto, I would probably get like, you know, property there. I don't know. Bedforders look weird anyway. I don't get an employee discount at Starbucks. It's been 7 years since I worked at Starbucks. I just have connections. Yeah, well, it's not the 80 bus anymore, Godwin. They changed the numbering, so now it's the 8. I don't know. They keep doing this. Hey, Vivian. Okay, I gotta scroll here. If it happens again, place it in a balled up tissue. I used to work at a Starbucks like 7 years ago, and I did it for like 6 months, and that was it. It was okay. It was just all the giggly teenage girls that drove me up the wall, as they do. Any tips for a green bean? No. Do I have 49, or is that wrong? Not that I always keep track of how many people are in here. You guys are just going really fast on me. I can fall asleep anywhere. Like if I was bad for falling asleep when I lived in Toronto. I'd fall asleep on the TTC all the time. I'd like, you know, get on my stop at Ossington, and I knew I was going to Yonge and Bloor, and next thing you know, I'm out at Coxwell, and I'm just like, oh shit. 47. Okay. Yeah, I used to fall asleep on the I don't know, it's just like the rocking back and forth or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm seeing 48. Okay, so my counter is good. Good. So yes, the whole province for the next 2 weeks is shut right down. There's nothing. You made a mistake and deleted the chat? Why did you move to Halifax? Well, I'm originally from down here. I grew up in a small town about 45 minutes north of here, and when I was 20, I went up to the big city. I got out of hair school and went up. Yes, thanks, Devin. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Thumbs up. Yes, you have to tell them that you love me. Please love me. I'll do the cute faces. See, this is what I do. What should we call your fun? It's funny because Ken left me a message the other day. And he said, like, okay, we have the burrito fund, we have the edibles fund, what's yours? And I said, I don't know, I like girthy burritos, but I also want to travel when all this is done. So we called it the Girthy Traveling Fund. Or, you know, mead. Yes, I enjoyed my 20s in Toronto. My early 20s, like, you know, when you're first going up and it's like you're 20 and you're like green and still wet behind the ears and you've never seen anything. You know, and you get up there and it's like, Kirsto, hi girl. Congrats on getting monetized. Here's a little something for you, $13.99. Thank you, Kirsto. So we may call my fund the Girthy Travel Fund. If not, we can, I don't know, something. Maybe I'll start up a poll. Now that I have like that little community tab, I like that. I like it because that's how I told everybody I'm going to do a quickie little live stream. STC. What's STC? Scarborough Town Center. I had to think. I've never been to that mall. The Mead Fund. I know. Morgan. The Donaire Fund. That's a good one. The Donaire Fund. I had a Donaire last week. Oh, Godwin's going to go make dinner. No, Godwin, I'm going to enable you. Go to Five Guys.
I love Five Guys.
Five Guys, Godwin. Or Burrito Boys. I'm enabling you. You do so much cycling that you're going to burn it off within like 5 minutes of biking. The Coffee Fund. Yes, 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 Godwin. And Susan Young has dinner. I know, I did this like at supper time. All these people saying, I gotta eat healthy. The Makeup Fund. Yeah, I bought new concealer the other day. I just like threw on I just threw on a little bit of foundation and powder just to, you know, look alive. Look, and I got a pimple. Bye, Susan. So yes, we did have a cyclist. Godwin has been cycling the Martin Goodwin Trail in Ontario. He's been going from like Scarborough, sometimes around like the Bluffs, and going all the way up to like Port Credit, I guess. I guess that's a long one. I don't know, never been. The Crown Fund? I already have a crown. I have to go dig that out sometime. I'm going to wear I have a little tiara. Because, you know, every queen has to have a crown. The Innuendo Fund. Did I move my living room around? No. No. I haven't rearranged furniture in my living room for about 2 years. 2.5 years. It's just the way that the camera goes. It reverses things. Nouvelle, since you live over in Dartmouth, have you ever been on the Dartmouth Harbour Walk? The one that starts off at the Woodside Ferry Terminal and goes all the way up to Alderney? That is really, really nice. Yeah, I don't need money for an innuendo. I'm full of them. Oh, Michelle Briggs, enjoy dinner. Mark is on my right side. This is my right hand. not my left. This is my left. Yeah, I love that trail. But I think what I'm going to do, my Patreon video tomorrow, we're going to head out to the Hemlock Ravine and go out and see what we can do and go see the heart-shaped pond. And I will tell people the story about the Hemlock Ravine and why there is a heart-shaped pond and its relationship to the Duke of Kent. No relation, well, it might be the same relation as the Duke of Kent pub, but, you know. Oh, it's just the way that the camera goes, because right now I have the camera on selfie mode. If I flipped it over to the other camera lens, then I wouldn't be able to read the chats, and then it would give you the... It's just the way that the perspective does it, even when you do selfies. Ooh, ooh. Hold on, hold on. Okay. Oh, Jaceel is hello. Sean Pan is here. And Walking Lady has to go. I'm not sure when I'm going to be doing Peggy's Cove. I wanted to go out this week, but just because of the restrictions and everything, they're telling everybody to stay in your community, in your area. So, it's not creepy. It's not creepy at all. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna, once all this restrictions and the numbers kind of go down and everything is a little bit safer, I plan on going out to do places outside of the city for you guys. So I'm thinking about doing Peggy's Cove. I really want to do that so I can show you that area and the small little quaint fishing village that normally has about 68 people for a total population, but when the tourist season comes, it goes a lot higher. Toronto's getting a heart-shaped pond and a heart-shaped park called Love Park next year. Yes, I heard that. This heart-shaped pond, I'm not going to say why it's there and why it was built. You have to be a Patreon to do that. If you're not a Patreon, at my Barrington Street and Spring Garden Road level. Excuse me. So I'm going to do Peggy's Cove, and I'm hoping to get down to Mahone Bay and Chester in the South Shore and maybe Lunenburg. And Lunenburg, they filmed a lot of movies there because it will double as communities in Maine. So a lot of Stephen King stories have taken place there. Oh, you're coming to Halifax to study at Nova Scotia Community College. Do you know about this college and what do you think? Funny, you should ask. I am an alumni of Nova Scotia Community College. I went there way back. That's where I did my hair school. It depends on what campus that you're going to because I don't know them all. I know which ones, like if you're down at the Ivany campus in Dartmouth, which is right on, it's the waterfront campus. That's a good place if you're going to be learning computers and IT. They do have radio and television production there as well. If you go up to Akerley, they do a lot of culinary arts and stuff like that. And are you going to add memberships to your channel? I will as soon as they let me have them. Everything's not, like when I got to my 1,000 and I got to the YouTube partner program, everything comes in little bits. So the first thing I got to do was get monetized. The second thing was doing community posts. And then there's, I'm still waiting to get memberships, and I'm going to figure out what perks I wanted to give to my members. And I want to be able to, that you can customize your emojis. So if anybody's ever seen Action Kid, he has his emojis as red pandas and regular pandas. And the longer you've been a member, each panda gets a little different. Hey, Andrea. I'm in a lockdown. So maybe tomorrow when I'm going to go out, I'm going to go maybe get some stuff to make like quarantinis, I think. Maybe something. And we can do bevies with Bevy. That will be my thing, a bevies with Bevy. We're allowed to go out. We can go out for walking and exercise, fresh air, go to parks. We can play golf and we can tennis. I do neither, but we can do all that. And they're encouraging like people getting out, staying active, going to the parks and the trails and anything like that. Mask only if you can't socially distance outside for like with people. And in the city, because our numbers are really gross and disgustingly high, we I think it's like right now I'm in a household with two, me and him. My perspective is all off. So we can only associate with two other people that are in the same bubble. That's about it. Oh no, Andrea, that's not good. I lost mine back in January, and now with a lockdown, it's really hard to find anything. I still get stuff from my career counselor. Every other day she's sending me emails, and I'll send her emails to say, hey, this is where I've heard, done stuff with. Okay, I suggest the name with an H. Color rating. I don't. Hold on. I'm scrolling back here. What do you mean they're Slot Ranger? I don't know what you meant by that. What? And if my emoji says burritos, I think, you know what? That should be Ken. Ken's the one who always goes and like he took us to get a burrito. He showed us around to like the 3 burrito boys that he went to. I think burritos, if he does channel memberships, should be his thing. H for your town. Oh. One of these days I might farther down the road, way down the road in the future, I might do a secondary channel, but let me focus on this one because I'm still learning stuff. So, I mean, what did I have? I had this one guy the other day made a comment saying like, you should get a better mic. You're too muffled when you're speaking and all that stuff. And it seemed like every time he made a comment on my channel, he would always, be a critic. So I went and I looked him up. He doesn't even have a channel, doesn't produce or have any content. So I was just like, everybody's a critic, aren't they? But yeah. We will see. We will see. Hi, Mark S. Nice hoodie. Yes, you know what? I got this at H&M in the men's department because I wanted something nice. And when you went into the ladies department at H&M, it was beige, gray, taupe, brown. Hey, Sammy. So I went into the men's section of H&M and found pink. I don't know, I'm getting into hoodies. What's up with that? But I'll get them in colors. Yeah, the virus is just wreaking havoc everywhere. 2 weeks ago we didn't have all this crap. 2 weeks ago I was just like, we're the safest spot in the country. Yeah, well that came and bit me back in the butt, didn't it? I don't know where Action VJ is. Mr. Action VJ, if you're in, well, the real Slim Shady, please stand up. Please stand up. Yeah, we still have some people here refusing to mask up. And, I'll laugh at people and they're like, I have a medical reason why I can't mask up. And then you go and creep their Facebook page because there was a well-known person here in Halifax that was saying that. And you go to their Facebook page and you'll see them doing like their gym selfies of them pumping weights and stuff without a mask. And I'm just like, oh, you have a medical reason. What is it, being an asshole? That's your medical reason. I don't know. My brother has COPD. He wears a mask. He's like one step away from having an oxygen tank. He wears a mask, so don't give me that crap. Oh, and they were taking selfies at Walmart the other day, too. Walmart and Dartmouth Crossing. I hate Walmart. I hardly ever go. It's just, it's a cesspool. Yeah. Yeah, like asthma. I know people that are asthmatic. I know people with COPD. Like my brother is a very heavy smoker. Yeah. And he has been since he was like 13 or 14. And he's the only one in the family now that smokes. Dad quit when I was like 6 or 7. Have a good dinner, Techniques Tea. I will see you next time. Hopefully there's going to be a rap battle later on this week. Because, you know, I let somebody win the other night because, you know, I felt sorry for them because they weren't feeling good. So that was a pity win that you got? Because I came back and got savage with the other girl. What was her name? Wendy? Yeah. See, I was nice. I let him win. I had the crappiest rap. Oh, whiskey. Yeah, maybe I should have a whiskey fund? Anybody want to help contribute to a whiskey fund? I like Johnny Walker Black. Oh, Popeyes. Did Roe win any? I think so. Roe was pretty savage. We had 2 people that were new, and one person didn't really know the rules and used a very bad, naughty word that starts with N. Hey, Juan. When you win, I'm dancing around. You're darn right I'm dancing. I'm like in the living room. Mark's in his room. He's like laughing at me because all you hear is, woo! And I'm like, woo! Yeah. And I twerk. I don't, because I don't know how. But, you know, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, ooh, ooh. I'm just, the cat's looking at me as if I'm a nut. I am. But, yeah. Oh. Do the bevy dance? No. The bevy dance? Mm-mm. Can't do it. Just, my Mark hasn't played Hitman 3. He's very selective about what, hey Luke. He's very selective about what games he plays, and he's not really one into, the action games. He likes more like fitness. He's into fitness or dancing or anything like that. Yeah, stumbles, that person got away with it, and he was a little slow on the draw because of his, yeah. Like just where he wasn't feeling all that great, it slipped past him because he moderates the games to make sure that people aren't putting in certain words. And yeah, that one slipped past him. But that was the only time that that person put it in because they smartened up after that. It's only an hour difference. So like the other night he finished off, it was like, for me, it was like midnight. So I was okay with that. I was still up. So I just went and I was finishing up my editing of the Theodore Tugboat video, the one that went up this morning. So I did that and caught up on some emails and everything. I am very good, Luke. I'm in a lockdown. My whole province for the next 14 days is in a what we call a circuit breaker lockdown, where everything is basically shut down. Curbside pickup and delivery only. So other than that, I mean, oh, pardon me. I'll be going out tomorrow just to film my Patreon video. So that will go up for my Patreons this week. And probably by mid-May or near the end of May is when I will flip it over and put it onto the regular channel. The cat's sleeping Yahia, and not tonight, but I will at some point. But he's in a mood today. I don't know if it was because it was like rainy and drizzly and cold. So, yeah. So how's everybody's week been? Like, I know it's, what, Tuesday. I'm just reading it. Assassin's Creed, I played that like years and years and years ago. Oh, not a whole lot, Susan. We're just chit-chatting. What did you have for dinner? I made, what did we have? I made my own version of an Arby's burger with like the sliced roast beef and the juice. We had it on the buns and everything, so we had that. Tomorrow, Janet, you're getting your vaccine. Oh, I'd be so excited for my vaccine. I can't wait. Poke me. Poke me. It's the most action I've seen for a while. Give me some poking. Yeah, it was roast beef, and it was, oh, Chinese ribs, rice, and fish soup. No veggies. Gotta have veggies. I love veggies. I'll eat any vegetable unless it ends with a nip. So I don't eat parsnips, and I don't eat turnips. Yeah, we're in lockdown too, Luke. Ours is province-wide just for 2 weeks to get through a cycle, because we had 96 cases today, and our active cases are over 400. And we have one person in ICU who's in their 20s. So all these little, Gen Zers, the little 19, 20-year-olds that think that they're immune to it and they don't care, well, one of your age group is in the hospital in ICU. Ooh, quinoa rice. I love quinoa. Hey, Russell Kelly, how are you? Oh, you had your 2 doses. My parents have had their Pfizers. They've only had like their first dose, and I think they go in June or the 1st of July to get their second doses. And my son, he had his first dose yesterday, and he goes back in 3 weeks, for his second shot. Yeah, Janet, you're gonna be fine. I mean, I hate needles. Says the girl who has piercings. I hate needles with a passion. I pass out if I have to get blood work done at the doctor's office. And this is one needle I want. So, do I like bean sprouts? Yes. Bean sprouts on a sandwich with like a nice crusty, like multi-grain bread, and oh yeah. Yeah, you're gonna be a rock star, Janet. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I hate needles, but I have 2 small tattoos, and I have, what, 13 piercings? And yet I have no problems with that. And like the piercings, when they do that with their needle, I mean, before they even get the jewelry, that needle is still stuck in your ear or whatever body part you have done. So you'll be fine. You'll be good. Yeah, I can't wait for real life to come back. So. I just have like really small ones. I have a tattoo at the base of my neck with Mark's initials. So I have that on there. That was my first tattoo, and I got that when he was like I think he was 3. I got that when he was 3. And then I have like a little Celtic spiral, triple spiral on my shoulder blade on my right side. I fell asleep getting that one. You're beeping. I don't know what that means. But I remember when I was younger, I had to go get blood work done. My mom's diabetic, so I had to go they thought that, oh, well, you're going to the bathroom an awful lot because I drink a lot of water, but Mom thought, oh, you're diabetic, you should go get your test done. So I was like 18, and oh, I don't have any, I'm on vibrate. My phone is on vibrate. But I remember I had to get like the glucose test done and all that other stuff, and I remember passing out in the bathroom. I told my mom, I said, I'm just gonna go in. I have to go to the bathroom, I'll be right back. And she came in like 15 minutes later, there I was on the floor, with my head between my knees, and I was like out cold. Oh, that's weird because I do, hold on, let me, sorry, I don't mean to. There, sorry about that. Yeah, because I just took the sound off my the notifications. That was just one for Instagram. Somebody liked to post. I remember one time I was trying to give blood at the Red Cross. Passed out on that one too. So. You had a tattoo of Edgar Allan Poe's eyes. Interesting. You should have like a raven with it too, you know. Or a bell. Is it him that wrote For Whom the Bell Tolls? All this water I'm drinking. I don't know, I can't talk tonight. I'm just in a head spin tonight. Ew, medium monitor. Oh, I hate it when you're at like the Red Cross and you're giving blood, because when I was younger I used to give blood and you'd see like the little pump thing and it'd be like rocking back and forth, and I'm just like, ugh. I would just like turn my head the other way. I mean, I did it in high school. Just to get out of history class one time. So that's what did it. A raven would be good underneath. How's the weather up here? It was kind of cool today and drizzly and rainy off and on. When is the stream gonna end? I don't know. When I hit the little button that is right there. It's in my upper right hand corner. I know I miss going out and walking, but today I was just too not motivated. I don't know, I'm just going through a rut. We all go through ruts, don't we? So. I did do a video at Lake Bannock, Nouvelle. Oh my God, that was freezing cold that day. We did Lake Bannock, then we went across and we went through Oak Hill Park or Oak Park, something or other like that. Yeah, and almost died climbing back up onto Crichton Park Avenue. Yeah, you don't have to worry about me stumbling on furniture, street furniture, and dropping gimbals. Granted, I do have drunken gimbal every so often. What part of Canada do I live in? I live in Nova Scotia. I am in Halifax. The best city in Canada. We're a small city, but we're really cool. We have a lot of good bands here. Yeah, you guys have the steepest. That killed me. I am the premier Nova Scotia walking girl. There is another walker, Halifax walker, that I know of, who is pretty consistent and regular. He goes out a lot and puts up videos. And yes, Jen Grant is from Halifax. So is oh my God, what's her name? Somebody painted her at Dundas Square. Rhea May is from here. Yes. I think that's her name. I can't remember. Sloane's from here. Joe Plaskett's from here. Oh, yeah. April Wine used to be from here when they were big. Have I been to Yarmouth? I have. It's a really small town, like really small. I was there, oh gosh, about a year and a half ago. I was working for the film festival, the Atlantic International Film Festival, and I was part of the kids tour where we would invite schools to come in and we would rent out Cineplex for the day and show a bunch of movies to the kids, from kindergarten level all the way up to high school. And because Yarmouth is down in the Acadian shores and everything like that, we offered it in French and in English, the same movies. So I got to learn how to do all that. Oh, I did not know that about Drake's stepbrother being from... Yeah, well, we have Bare Naked Ladies. Well, Bare Naked Ladies dissed Halifax on their Gordon album. On their first album, the Hello City was all about Halifax and how they had a rotten time their first time playing here. But they made it up. Have I ever been to Newfoundland? No, but it's on my bucket list. It is on my bucket list. I want to go. I want to like go see St. John's and do all that. But I also want to go up to Grossmorn National Park because it looks like all the fjords and everything. And maybe go up to St. Anthony's and get some bake apples. Yeah, Cineplex is closed down here right now for the next 2 weeks. Granted, I haven't been to a movie for a while. Come From Away is based in Gander, Newfoundland, actually. I know, I would have told them that. I'm sorry my rants aren't as funny as Johnny's. Granted, I rant sober. Does that count? And I don't know. I haven't been naughty lately. Haven't been naughty because I got scolded in a comment section on one of my about one of my live streams. So what was it the other day when we were on the bus going to Bedford? I showed over at the container terminal, there's a small little ship called the Nola Neva. I used to help load it by the computer with all the containers, and it used to be up at my old container terminal. And they do go to Saint-Pierre-Miquelon. And, excuse me, my passport has expired because you need a passport to get into Saint-Pierre-Miquelon because it is France. Morgan likes my rants. He wants to get drunk with me someday. Oh my God, I'm a happy drunk. I'm a happy drunk. And I turn into the one, oh God, I'm the one, I'm like, I love you, man, I love you. I could be with my worst enemy who I can't stand, that I would wish death on, and I'd be like, I love you, man, you're the best. And then when I'm like sober, I'd be like, holy crap, what did I say? That is me. No, I didn't get scolded by my parents. It was somebody that left a comment on one of my live streams. I've been watching a show on CBC. I know, this is what I do when I'm bored. And it was Arctic Vets. So this prairie girl, if you're still here, have you ever been to the Assiniboine Conservation Park? I want to see those polar bears that do yoga. These vets are based out of Winnipeg, and they fly up to like the Arctic and Churchill and stuff like that, and they rehabilitate the animals. And I don't know, I just love it. Have I ever met Johnny? No. No, my channel's only 6 months old, and I've been watching his channel probably for the last year and a half because of Kiddo, who is not behind me anymore. Because Kiddo's been watching his channel since like 2019, something like that. So, no, the only interaction that I have with him would be through his live streams or comments in videos or Patreon. Do you watch Kim's Convenience? No. That polar bear that was doing the yoga, it was in the tank, and it was one that was abandoned and almost killed by its own mother that they rescued. It just happened one day that it started doing like, it was, because you can go through like that tube under the water, and it was standing on top of it, and it started to do tree pose, and one of the girls who was the trainer they were like looking up and they go, that looks like tree pose. And they started showing this this polar bear how to do it. So when it does the correct pose for its almost like physiotherapy, they would throw it some food. Do I have Netflix? I have Netflix, I have Prime, I have Crave, and I have all three of the Canadian channels, Global, CTV, and CBC. And I also have Disney Plus because I watch the Marvel stuff. Walking Dead. Yeah, Walking Dead's not as good as it was. I don't know. It kind of started to go a little downhill when Glenn got killed off. And then it really took a nosedive when Rick's gone. But I've been watching Fear the Walking Dead too every Sunday. My son is walking and he sounds like a herd of elephants. He's so heavy on his feet. I have not seen the 2021 Mortal Kombat. I'm usually, I'm not really on the TV all that much. Like I have all that stuff. I do when kiddo's at his dad's. They never threw you any food. Depends. I have a friend of mine who wants to be a yoga instructor, but because of COVID, she wanted to go to this like retreat down in Costa Rica and do it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of a lot of the live action Disney movies. I mean, granted, I did like the first Maleficent because Maleficent was my favorite villain growing up. But and plus Sleeping Beauty. I always loved Sleeping Beauty. Like, she was a princess. Cinderella was a gold digger. Cinderella, gold digger. She had to marry, she married into it. That's all I'm going to say. She was a gold digger. When do I get my vaccine? I'm hoping sometime probably in, yeah, that was the cat. Hopefully sometime in May when my age group comes up. Right now they're just doing 55 to 59. So, and I'm in the 40 and over. Yeah, that was Max. He did something. Oh yeah, I will call out Cinderella. She's a gold digger. She's taking money. Yeah, she was. I mean, yeah, she grew up with money until her father decided, you know, oh, let's marry this lady, you know. And then with her and her daughters and stuff like that, and then father mysteriously dies. Cinderella grows up kind of poorish now. And she married into money. At least Aurora was a princess. The same with Ariel was a princess. Frozen wasn't too bad. It got overhyped and overplayed, and if I hear that Let It Go song, what, 9 years later, I still want to like choke Elsa and take a frozen icicle and shove it down her throat to shut her up. Hey Tenzin, I am good. How are you? See, nobody ever thinks of the Cinderella that way. Oh, I know about Baba Yaga and her house that's on chicken legs. Her wooden shack on chicken legs. Gotta be good around Baba Yaga. She come after you. Who is the best Disney princess? I mean, I can always say Aurora because I love Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty. That's always been my favorite one, but I don't know. Definitely not Cinderella, you know that. And technically Tiana from Princess and the Frog isn't a princess, but we'll give it to her. Princess Fiona. I like Princess Fiona. Jasmine was good. Jasmine was pretty good. Meridia was good from Brave. Oh, it was great. When Mark was little, I had to watch all these, like, I had to watch Cars. I had, like, every single Cars movie, Toy Story. Those are great, but man, I needed the princesses sometimes. Jasmine was pretty cool. Jasmine was pretty cool. You know, because she stood up to Jafar. You know, she wasn't taking crap off of what's his name, Aladdin. You know, the moment he was just like, "Do you trust me?" And then she was like, "Mm-hmm." I thought this guy was shady. Yeah. Ariel was a little poof. No, because Ariel decided, oh, I like this guy. I've never met him. I'm going to give up my voice for him so I can have legs, so I can walk. No, no, no. Don't give up anything for a guy. Never. They don't do it for us. Don't do it for them. I can't believe we're talking about Disney princesses. Oh gosh, I have no life. Yeah, she does everything. What does he do? What does he do? Oh, he almost marries Ursula in disguise. And the poor priest gets a hard on. Did you see that? Did you see that? Mm-hmm. The priest pops a Woody at the wedding ceremony. Yeah, Belle did the same thing. Oh, I can change this beast. I can make him fall in love with me, but I'll read books first. Ariel is the blondest redhead. Hey, don't be making fun of the blondes. See, Jeanette likes Belle because Jeanette and Belle have the books in common in the libraries. You know? But Belle is okay. You know, but it was just like, okay, she had to change this guy who was a twat. Basically, you think about it, the Beast, before he became the Beast, he was not a nice guy. Not a nice guy. He was more like an incel. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can go on rants about Disney princesses. But granted, I'm no better because Sleeping Beauty meets this guy in the woods while she's singing with the birds and frolicking with the bunnies and stuff. And then all of a sudden she meets this dude. And she's like, oh, hello. Pocahontas, Slot Ranger. Yeah, and it's kind of hard when they take something that's based on a real person and Disney butchers it. Yeah, because Jonathan Smith was not a nice guy. I would love to see the Book of Mormon. Oh my God, yes. Yes. Live for that soundtrack. I listen to, oh my God, Josh Gad, who played what's his name, LeFou in the live action Beauty and the Beast. He was in it too. She risked her life for the Beast. I don't know. I always find that Disney tropes always have to have the girl doing like all the sacrificing for the guy, and yet the guy gets all the glory. Or whatever. And Snow White living with 7 little dwarfs. Don't tell me something didn't happen with and then some, like, you know, here she is, she eats the apple, she dies, and then Prince just happens to be riding through the woods and sees her, then kisses her. Like, you don't kiss a dead body. That's gross. Yeah, see, they butchered Mulan's story. She was a historical figure, and look what they did to her. And they did the same thing with Pocahontas. Yeah, Snow White was stupid. Here, some little old lady is giving you an apple. Take the apple. You know, and it's just like, oh, okay. Yeah, those dwarfs. Those dwarfs. Innocent little grandpas. Don't ruin my child. No, I don't think they were that innocent. Oh, thank you, Nouvelle. I needed that little giggle. Innocent little grandpas that would go off to work. You know why they were singing Hi Ho? It wasn't a work song. Oh gosh. Yes, don't take things from strangers. I don't care if it's the shiniest red apple in the bunch. Don't take it. All good apples usually have a worm in them. Wisdom from the Bev. Oh my god, we're sitting here dissing Disney cartoons. Disney princesses and everything else. And the princes, because, you know, they were dumb schmucks anyway. Yes, you took an egg from a stranger, but then it broke. Yeah, if I see a shiny red apple, I'm thinking GMO. I bet you it's seedless too. Yeah, Snow White was the blondest brunette ever. They are. They are. At least she was a princess and not a gold digger like Cinderella. And what? Cinderella had the only size shoe? Like she had like that... I don't know. Any girl who cannot fit into her best girlfriend's shoes sometimes, you know? She must have had really rare, tiny, tiny little feet. Good night, Mike Landry. Thank you for your super chat. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's like, look at this cupcake. It has sprinkles. Eat it. Yeah. I used to like Anastasia. I don't know. See, I've been watching too much RuPaul because I just said Anastasia. Anastasia Beverly Hills. But yeah. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Oh, cartoons. Disney movies and all that. And then there was like the Tinkerbell movies. See, Andrea and I, we are on the same wavelength, Andrea. Sleeping Beauty. I mean, yes, I'll give it to her that she was stupid, you know, falling in love with some guy she met while she was frolicking with the animals. And wearing his clothes. Like, you know, he was doing, I don't know, whatever, and his hat was on the tray, and his cape, and she's putting it on with the owls and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh my word, I felt like I just did a Dora the Explorer. I got very quiet and I was just like, with the creepy eyes. The Barbie movies. I never, you know what, I didn't really see that many Barbie movies because I'm old and they didn't have them. And my niece had a couple of them when she was little itty bitty. Imagine a new person coming to the channel and asking, what are we talking about? I know. I know. I can't remember. All I remember is that she was doing like, oh, she was singing One Day My Prince Will Come. That little song. I don't know. And I don't know, the owl and some of the birds found his hat hanging off of it, like a tree branch, and his cape and all that stuff. I don't know what he was doing. And then, boom, the owl had it on, and it was just like pretending. Oh, Mark's in his room. He's doing his own thing. Red Riding Hood. She killed her evil grandma, so she married him? Yeah. Yeah, Cinderella made, like, you know, blended families a bad thing. Not, I never came from a blended family or anything like that, but I'm just like, okay. Yeah, she kind of was, like, pretending it was the prince and dancing, and then he caught her. He saw her, and he's kind of like, and she was like, oh, me? There's a new James Bond movie. See, I am so behind on things. Look, I just watched Craft Legacy the other day on Amazon Prime. That wasn't bad. I still like the original. Princess Sarah, Lord Fauntleroy. I never saw that animated one. I'm just going to scroll through. The Axeman. Oh yes, Red Riding Hood. Yeah, she ends up hooking up with the hunter. Yeah, Cinderella taught us if a girl isn't pretty, she must be bad. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm sure her stepsisters were probably nice people. They were just the product of their mother. I don't know. Her mother made them ugly on the inside as well. Miss DMX. Who's Miss DMX? All right, Russell, you have a good night. Yeah, Disney is the reason why a lot of girls have self-esteem problems, and that we're always told that we're going to meet our Prince Charming and that we should change for that guy. I did that once. Oh, I know who DMX was. Yeah. And they make it seem like all animals are cute and lovable. And then, you know, you get these people that are stupid and they're out in the woods hiking or something. They come along a wild animal and they're probably like, oh, look at the cute little grizzly bear. Do you want a hug? You're so cute. And the next thing you know, they get ripped in half because it's a wild animal. You know, I always think that too many people like her. Oh, but they're so cute. No, they're in the food chain, you know. I like reading your guys' chats. I've only been doing this for an hour and 18 minutes and 27 seconds. Yes, Mowgli becomes friends with all the animals except for what, Shere Khan and King Louie, because King Louie just wanted the fire and he had like that really happening skidat jazz song, you know. But yeah, people always think, oh, the animals, they're so cute. Yeah, did you ever wonder if R. Kelly had something to do with Aaliyah's death? Mm-hmm. I know. Bears, they are seriously cute. Like, you do want to just go up and go, grab them by their little cheeks and go, who's your cute little bear? Okay, maybe that's just me. Yeah, because when I watched the Arctic one, the Arctic Vets, the first episode that I watched, it was all about polar bears, and they caught like this one that was coming in towards Churchill, and it was just like, and it was a girl, but they didn't know it was a girl thing, and they were sitting there talking, and she was like looking around and stuff, and they had to like tranquilize her so they could like take her outside of the city and put her out somewhere else and everything like that. But I was just like, what a pretty girl. What a pretty girl. That's me. Yeah, I'm glad I had a boy. We watched Lightning McQueen and Mater. We watched, oh my God, we watched all the cool stuff. Oh, we watched the Country Bears when Mark was little. We had the Cars movies. Ratatouille was good. Yeah, I didn't have anything that was going to be all uber girly and stuff like that. I do remember we watched Peter Pan. Peter Pan did not age well. I can see why on Disney Plus they have to put the little warning at the beginning saying that this was made in a time before, you know, we became woke, I guess. Because you see the kids smoking cigars, you see them like making like native jokes and stuff like that, and I'm just like, ooh, Winnie the Pooh. Well, how come Winnie the Pooh wears a little crop top but no pants? Come on. Come on. Hook with Robin Williams. I remember that. Julie Roberts played Tinkerbell. Who was it? Dustin Hoffman, who was Captain Hook? Oh, Free Willy. I loved Free Willy. Oh my God, that was such a good movie. One movie I remember when I babysat a little girl when I was in high school. All she watched was Fern Gully. I can't watch Fern Gully anymore. Like, I know it's a really good movie. I don't know if it's aged well in 25 years or so, but it was, Fern Gully drove me nuts. I loved it for maybe the first 10 times I watched it. Then after a while, I was just like, yeah, I'm bored. I'm bored. Yes, I know, it's Christian Slater. I love Christian Slater as a kid. Oh, that's okay, Jaceel. Yeah, Toy Story. They were okay. Like, I liked the first one. I'm not one for like a whole lot of sequels for a movie, and I think they're supposed to be coming out with them. Yeah, Fern Gully took place in the Amazon, in the rainforest. Yeah, Song of the South. All right, Jeanette, you have a great night. Drive safely. Do I know the show Jake and the Neverland Pirates? Never heard of it. I remember one time I babysat a religious family, and they used to have like Veggie Tales. Those are trippy. Veggie Tales are trippy. Yeah, like when Mark was a kid, we watched like Bear in the Big Blue House. I had all these DVDs of them. There was oh my God, what was it? It was on Treehouse. The rat. It was a rat, and he had his little pet. Oh, Tupi and Binu. We used to watch Tupi and Binu a lot. Yeah, give them flip phones. I swear, the next time I do a live stream, I'll actually be out. I will be outside. I won't do it from home because, yeah, it's my lazy thing. Blue's Clues. I used to like Blue's Clues with Steve. The original Steve. With his green shirt. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. That's the only song I can think of from Blue's Clues. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. And he would open up the envelope and he'd be like, it's from you. Peter Pan was rated G for gangsta. Disney had a show, A Dog with a Blog? I don't know. Dora and Diego, they were always, yeah, they were always skipping school. Steve quit because he was going bald. Well, he was a producer of the show too, so he ended up doing the behind the scenes stuff, and then they got the other guy. I forget what his name was. I don't know. I just remember Steve when I was like in my 20s, and I'd be like, okay, he's kind of cute. Carmen Sandiego. Oh, that was so good with Rockapella. Joe, yes, because he had a blue shirt, didn't he? Didn't he have like the blue striped shirt? Whereas Steve had the green. Yeah, I remember Carmen Sandiego. I remember playing that on my cousin's computer, and it was just like, it was still in DOS. So, you know, like, I remember playing Carmen Sandiego and Oregon Trail on their computer. Yeah, Steve was kind of cute. Steve had like that little nerdish little thing happening with them. In the Night Garden. Oh my God, I had those too. In the night garden, there was what? Wiggle Piggle or Iggle Piggle was one of them. I don't know. All I remember is the same people that did Teletubbies. Did you play Kingdom Hearts? No. Yeah, Big Comfy Couch. Never really watched Big Comfy Couch with Kidda. Macca Packa, Iggly Piggly or Iggy, yeah. I don't know. We had those, like, we used to burn them. Legally burn them off of legal sites for Kiddo. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm just going back. I remember when he was a baby, and that was like the whole when Baby Einstein were coming out, and I'm just like, dude, whoever invented Baby Einstein was on such an acid trip, because you would get like, it was trippy to watch. Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig looks like a penis with one testicle. Sorry, that's what Peppa Pig looks like, a penis with a testicle. A uniballer. But yeah, never had a BlackBerry. All right, Mark S., have a good night. I'm going to probably wrap this up soon anyway. Dexter's Lab, Johnny Bravo. Yeah, see, those are... I'm in my 40s. I don't really remember all those things. I do remember when I lived in Toronto, every day when I used to come home from work, I used to throw on YTV and watch PJ Phil on The Zone and watch Rugrats, because I love Rugrats. Zaboomafoo. Yes, we did watch that. Though those two brothers were cute too. The Crap Brothers. Yeah, I like Zaboomafoo. He was a cute little lemur. Have I dated someone who's a uniballer? That I will never tell. Never tell. The 90s were fun for me. You can't get Little Nas X shoes because they got pulled. Nike pulled them. Host Sugar on YTV, The Zone. See, I just remember PJ Phil. Phil Guerrera. I remember him. I remember I used to watch... Oh my gosh, when I was in the height of my like boy band days, I remember watching, it used to be with Tarzan Dan. What was that show called? The Hit List? The YTV Hit List? Do you remember that? It used to be with Tarzan Dan, and then he got fired from YTV. Then they brought up these three stupid girls that used to sit and blow up inflatable plastic chairs with platforms and platform shoes, and they had their stupid little butterfly clips, and yeah. The Wiggles. Yes, the Hit List. Thank you, Susan. Yeah, it was trying to be like a... See, I liked it when it was the Hit List with Tarzan Dan, because he was like a radio DJ, so he still brought that element in, and it was really cool, and like the graphics were made it look like he was inside of his trailer, and then those three stupid girls came on with their little thing. Yeah, I don't remember Sugar on The Zone. I mean, granted, I'm old, so... But I still remember watching the, whatchamacallit, Rugrats. Loved Rugrats. I wanted just to take Chucky, little Chucky home. He was the underdog, man. He had those droopy shorts over his diaper. Oh, cute. And the little buck teeth and the glasses. I hated Angelica. I just wanted to smack her because she reminded me of a girl that I knew when I grew up who was just like her. Of course, we all had that person in our lives. The Rugrats movie. I think I did see that one. I just thought it was funny that little Tommy Pickles had his little brother named Dilly. Dilly Pickles? I remember Ed the Sock. I remember Ed the Sock when he was really raunchy and bad. I think he was like that when he was on City TV before he moved over to Much. I don't know. This is why I say Gen X. We had the best stuff going on, man. We had like the cool shows. We had the cool cartoons too. We grew up with Scooby-Doo in the original Johnny Bravo. Johnny Quest, we had those ones. Sharon Lois and Bram. I remember seeing Sharon Lois and Bram when I was like in elementary school. Hey Eddie Chin, how are you? Do you have any social media? Yes, I do. I am on social media right now on YouTube. Oh, Janet's still here. Every time I see Janet's little picture and it's green and I see the eyes, I always think of Elphaba and Wicked. That's where, you know, Tom and Jerry. I remember Tom and Jerry as a kid. But yes, Luke, I do have social media. Oh, it's Green Wolf. Ooh. It's a cool picture, though. It's a cool picture. I went through a whole Wicked stage and all that, where it's all I listened to was the soundtrack. The original with Adina and Kristen. And I read the books. They should do Tom and Jerry. I thought they made like a remake of Tom and Jerry. I thought they did a remake where they were like still animated in like, almost like how they did a Roger Rabbit, like animated with real life actors and stuff. I thought they did that. Didn't they do that? Or is this Mandela effect on me? Bevy went through an emo phase like Johnny. I never went through the emo phase. Never. I was totally in, like when I was in my, I was, no emo. I didn't get into the grunge music or Green Day or anything like that until later. All right, Devin. Good night. Okay, good, Slot Ranger. Hey, Eric. Do I live in an apartment in Halifax? I live in a box in Halifax. Daria. I kind of remember Daria. I know you can still watch it on like MTV. MTV still has Daria. Like a throwbacks. Yeah, I'm just being sarcastic, Eric. You must be new to my channel, are you, Eric? I don't know your name. We're just having a little chit-chat session. See, Morgan's making little innuendos with Nirvana songs. How was the weather there? I had to close the curtains behind me because it was getting kind of like reflecting on the glass outside. It was kind of cold today, and cold and drizzly and rainy. One minute it was raining, the next it was sunny, then it got drizzly and foggy. We had all 4 seasons except for snow. We had 3 seasons today. It was just weird. But tomorrow it's supposed to be really nice, and I'm going to head out and make a Patreon video for all my lovely Patreons. And I got a new Patreon today. Yay! Casper the Ghost. Who was in Casper? Was that Christina Ricci? Is that Christina Ricci? Blah, I can't even talk. Yeah, Halifax weather. Yeah, Daria was so emo. And she was very monotone when she talked, wasn't she? Didn't really watch it. I know. I did like the opposite of like the kids in the 90s. Like it was either you were going to be emo and into the grunge and the alternative music, or you're going to be like me, dance music, pop, boy bands, whatever, and electronica. I did a lot of electronica and go into raves. I did a lot of raves when I lived in Toronto and going to the underground clubs. I remember doing all that. I'd be hanging out at the clubs on Church and Wellesley in the Village, and then finding out that there's like, oh, there's gonna be a dance party down at like the Warehouse or somewhere down along on the Esplanade, like in one of the old abandoned buildings, even parking garages. That was me in the 90s. You know, coming home, getting on the first train of the morning for the TTC. I don't know how many times I puked at Young and Bloor because I was like still drunk, and yeah, getting sick. And then going home, drinking coffee. I'm just reading. The sketchy rave store, ecstatic on John Street. Kind of, sort of. I don't know. I was there 90, 94, 95, around there, and I left in 96. I did the Vomit Comet. I did the Blue Night Bus a few times. But if I was out till like 5, 6 in the morning and I knew I had to be at work for 9, I would hightail it home. I'd still be stinking like all the alcohol. I remember getting on a couple of times, just getting to Young and Bloor and just not making it to the bathroom in time and making a mess. I was, yeah, basically coming out of a rave, sweat, rush home, shower, go to work, fix my makeup because it'd be all smudgy and stuff, try to get rid of the glitter. Oh my God, it was the 90s, glitter everywhere. And yeah, and then go sling hair. The good old days. Oh, it was. It was. I may be from a small town here in Nova Scotia, but I grew up in Toronto. That's where I got to see a whole lot of stuff that you didn't get to see down here. It was fun. I had fun, you know. It's different when I look at Toronto and I see it now in the videos, and I'm just like, I remember going to the Big Slice. That was the first time I ever had like a barbecue chicken pizza, was at the Big Slice. And when they said Big Slice, it was like probably a 16-inch pizza that you're eating on on a teeny tiny little paper plate. Drunk food. Oh my God. And I remember we used to torment the security guard that used to be at the Church of Scientology building when that was still a building, like when they still used it, and they always had a security guard down at the front. We used to like harass him all the time. I bought my first pair of Docs on Yonge Street. Just up, oh my God, I think it's up by, what's there now? I think that's now where the Foot Locker is. That used to be the old Michael Jordan store. There used to be a Doc Martin store there. That's where I bought my boots. I bought my jeans at the jeans place that used to be on the corner of Yonge and Dundas, which is now the Square. Good times, good times. Anyway, holy crap, it's like an hour and a half. I should probably end this because I'm getting a little peckish and I want some, I don't know, I'm feeling snacky. I feel like popcorn. I don't know. Did my thing freeze? Nobody's talking. Hello? Docs is to Toronto. Tom Bikes 416. Wait, can you see me? I see you now. Yes, I got to go too. Yeah, I think it's that time to head out. No nachos tonight. No, I think tomorrow when I'm gonna go out, I know. We're too enthralled by what you say. No, you're not. You're bored. You're like... I think maybe tomorrow while I'm out, I'll probably on my way back from the park, I may have to go to the NSLC. That's open for 25% capacity. So, because they do deem the liquor store as a, whatchamacallit, they still consider it an essential service because people go through alcohol withdrawals. They need hospitalization. You don't want to take up the beds in the hospitals for people that may have COVID. So, I'll thank you guys for showing up and listening to me rant and talk about how we're in a lockdown down here. Thank Carsto for her $13.99 super chat, and Mike Landry, he gave me a $5 super chat, so thank you. And yeah, maybe I'll get some booze tomorrow. Mahooch. So, yeah, I think I'll say goodnight to you all, my lovely fans. My lovelies. And I'm going to try to get out a lot more now that, you know, I don't want to get stuck in my apartment all the time. So, nighty night. Have a great night, everybody. I love you all.